is FNG Madden. I was born to be a champion, raised in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. I was born to be a champion, raised in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. You can't move on your own. Ouija moves, dancing in the end zone. Crush crews. All we do is get dubs, hate to lose. We can do this all day, no snooze. Only get it popping if you saying that you poppin', dog. Never will I lose to a dude, just won't happen, y'all. Call a deep pass, watch flash, what you crying for? Gonna pass the six, better yet, put them up quick. Hear them hating from the side, Twitch watch. I guess you say it's about time. TikTok, FNG, where we at? On top. Other leagues can't win. Flip flop.
What's going on, FNG? This is your boy Dillard, aka the Browns owner. On the show tonight, we got my man Stephen Billups, the Bengals owner. How you doing, sir?
Doing awesome, man. Happy to be on the show tonight.
Yes, sir. And also on the show, we got my man Tiger, the Giants owner.
How you doing, buddy?
And welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. Before we got on this screen, I told the guys I got a nice little rant. I'm going to talk about this game. Tiger tried to correct me or check me, I guess.
No, I'm just doing the math. There's a lot of points.
Yeah, man, shut up.
Last week, I actually got the business calculator out to try to figure out the math on this. So
we got a lot to talk about. Like you see in the description, we are going to talk about weeks 13 through 16. And, of course, we got week 17 coming up, which will be real big. Of course, week 16 and 17 is actually, when I was looking at it, a lot of stuff can happen seeding-wise in the playoffs. So we're going to go over that. First, you want to go over division leaders?
Yeah,
We'll do power rankings first.
All right, let me load that up for you.
And actually, while you load that up, I can do the power rankings.
So I have.
You want to do the rankings before you do the tower rankings, or
I can run through both right now. I got them both up for y'all fellas.
Well, I have it up.
Load.
I want to know if you want to do the divisions before you do power rankings or not.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, because then they can figure out the power rankings. So let's start with the AFC. We're gonna start with the AFC North. We have who've already clinched a playoff spot. The now 11-4 Browns. Looks like they have a two-loss streak going on. I don't know how you say that.
First time ever.
Right, and then they had followed by 11-4 Ravens. It looks like even though the Browns have clinched, the division may not be complete. I figured that out.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So I lost to him. I think that's my only loss in my division.
So it's going to be figured out. But that's 2 11-4 teams coming out the AFC North, followed by the 8-7 Bengals. And then bringing up the rear in that division is 3-11 Steelers. In the AFC South, we have 2 8-6 teams at the top with the Texans and Titans. Texans, it looks like they were on a 2-game winning streak. Titans are on a 1-game loss streak, followed by the 6-8 Jaguars. And bringing up the rear in that division is a 2-13 Colts, which I think are CPU still. Okay. Then the AFC East, looks like the Patriots have clinched that division at 8-6. The Bills are following that up with 5-9, followed by the Jets at 4-10, and then the Dolphins, which are 1-14. I believe those last two teams are also CPU. And the AFC West.
Jets are our own team. Dolphins the only CPU team in that division.
Okay. My mistake. AFC West, we have the 11-4 Chiefs, 6-game win streak, leading that division based on the rankings of Madden, followed very close behind by the 11-4 Chargers. Then we have the 4-11 Raiders, and then bring up the final division in that, or final team in that division, the Broncos at 1-13, which are also CPU still.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I got a conversation in the background.
Is that you? You hear me?
No, yeah.
Italiani. All right.
You said what?
Amore. Poco alto per favore? poco alto, per favore? Io. Sì, tutto due. Esatto. Grazie.
Yeah, what you say?
It'll be a little bit more quiet, please. So,
Your body language said it all.
I couldn't shut the door because she put all the stuff in front of the door, and I was like, exactly. She put all the stuff there. So anyway,
No, you good. Go ahead.
NFC North, we have 11-4 Bears leading that division, although they're on a 2-game losing streak, looks like. Followed behind the Vikings at 9-5, followed by the 8-6 Packers, and then the Lions at 1-13 at the bottom of that division. Next division, we have the 10-5 Panthers leading that division by game and a half, it looks like, followed by the 8-6 Falcons, followed by the 5-9 Saints, and then the 2-12 Bucks bring up that division's rear. Then the NFC East, we have the 10-4 Eagles on a 3-game win streak. I believe they just beat the Redskins, who are also 10-4. Followed by the 7-7 Cowboys, and then followed by the 5-9 Giants. Yours truly. Then we have the NFC West, the Seahawks, 14-1. Looks like they have clinched a playoff spot. Guessing the division is still not decided. So they look like they have a game and a half lead on the Niners, who they've beaten, who are coming in second at 12-2, although both those teams are already in the playoffs. Then the Cardinals are 9-6. Looks like they took a loss. That must have been after they beat you, Dill. And the Rams are 7-7 at the bottom of that division. And that's the breakdown of the standings.
I appreciate it. We're gonna go right into the power rankings.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So some of these records are a little off based on some recent games for Week 16. But right now,
AKA my game.
One of the games, absolutely. But right now, leading the power rankings, you have the NFC West leading and the 2018 Season 4 champs. That's TD Matt Jakes. Seahawks are right now at 14-1. Number 2 in the power rankings thus far is in the same division. 49ers are 12-2 right now. Trailing up the top 3, we have the Bears, who have currently the number 1 defense, though they didn't show it in their most recent game versus the Cardinals. I'm sorry, versus the Chiefs. But the Bears are 11-4 right now, followed by the Browns, who are also 11-4. The Ravens are 11-4, just kind of over a big dominating win in the AFC North. The Chiefs currently are at 11-4, but as I mentioned, they came off a major win over the Bears. In that same division, the AFC West, you have the Chargers, who are also 11-4. You have 2 teams in the NFC East who are at 10-4, the Philadelphia Eagles, as well as the Redskins, who are 8-9 respectively. And then you have the Carolina Panthers, who are currently leading the NFC South, who's holding down to that last spot at 10-5 currently. So that is your FNG top 10 list currently.
All right, and also got it on the screen right here. So that's good stuff. That's from weeks 13. You must have like 12 to 15. And of course, we're in week 16 right now. And it's a lot of changes that we're going to talk about in a minute. We're going to go back to week 13 and look at some, I think when all this drama started. And actually, I'm going to start in week 13. One of the big games that week, which this gentleman just beat me. The Ravens beat the 49ers 27-14. I recall that game. Actually, I don't recall most of my games. But that game, I recall, he really dominated that game from beginning to end. I didn't think Tony was going to score that game. But, the Ravens. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying the Ravens are definitely one of the hottest teams in the league. Obviously, it's a new owner. But I think that his gameplay, his game style fits that team to a T. I think right now he's won 7 of the last 8 games he's played. I think only loss he's had the last several weeks against the Bengals, who really probably got lucky and got that dub that game. But he's been dominant over some top teams, in the league. So I think his only losses thus far have been the Bengals, the Browns. I think he's revenged both those wins or those losses. He also lost to the champs, Seahawks. I think he had an early loss against Dan as well with the Cardinals. So I mean, he's played extremely well all year, but he's definitely getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, get used to us talking about him because he got some big upsets these last couple of weeks. Also, the Redskins and Panthers game, that was a good game. Redskins won that 23-17. The Giants, Tiger, beat the Packers that week. The Packers were ranked, I believe.
They were at the time, yeah.
Yeah, at the time they were ranked. Giants won that game 23-21. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, and that really is what knocked him out of the playoffs was that loss to the Giants. You want to talk about that game a little bit since you're on the line, Tiger Roar?
It's a little while ago. I think I've had a bad game since then. So, but I think that game I was able to put about three quarters of good football together.
Mm-hmm.
So, still up that belief system. If I can put together 3-4 quarters of good football, I can compete with most people. Usually, I make a lot of mistakes in early or different points, and so it's hard to collect 3 or 4 quarters of good football. So I got about 3 in that game and came out with a win for it. My goal was to try to get 3.5 every game and see what goes from there. So.
Yeah, I saw Saquon Barkley had about 275 yards of total offense that game. So that was definitely amazing. He ran the ball extremely well. I think he caught some ball at the backfield as well during that game. So kudos to you. Probably your biggest win of the year, and definitely a big win versus a great returning owner. So good job.
Yeah, thank you. And then of course he went down for the year after that. So
not laughing at you, but with you.
Hey,
I just got Odell Beckham back. So just one more game too to bring up: Rams versus the Cardinals. I know Rams, they've been struggling this year, but they beat the Cardinals 27-14. And I think that's it that I see from that week.
Yeah, on the other game I would say, as Warren talking about, another big win by the champs over the Seahawks. Seahawks, again, another one of those kind of a borderline top 10 teams. Right now, second place in their division. So that was a big win again for the Seahawks. Easy money for him, as he would say. But that
not
definitely hurt the playoff.
For the Seahawks.
Yeah, for the Seahawks, yeah. But it was okay, I apologize. But it definitely hurt the chances of the Vikings, getting to the playoffs or topping out that division that they have.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, week 14. And guys, continue to comment. I'll post it up. And definitely if you want to join, just hit me up.
Yep. Shout outs to I saw a lot of people on there. So shout out to Tranks. I saw he logged in remote. I think he's at the bar right now. So sorry he couldn't be on the show. Also saw the Ravens owner on there. The guy for a big win. What up, Joe? I saw the champ was on there as well. Seahawks. I think Harris was on there as well. So I mean, shout out to everybody who's out there watching. Right now on the podcast.
And of course, we got Matt on there. And yeah, everybody watching, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right, week 4. No, go ahead.
Yeah, week 14. Biggest game I saw that week was Carolina. Joe Williams over Osman. Joe Williams, stepped up. He took that division. Osman O's had the division for a long time, and that was a big win, 24-17 overall that way. He's been killing it since he's made the transition over with McCaffrey. I mean, it wasn't a big game with McCaffrey on the ground, but that's been his offense, running the ball, receiving the ball, really making a lot of big plays. So he's definitely restaked his claim as a playoff team. And good luck to you, man. You're a good owner, Mr. Williams, and hopefully you'll be banging and clanging from here on out.
Banging and clanging. Also, another good game was a game between you and I, Bengals and Browns, and I won that by a field goal. So that was another good game that week.
Yeah.
And right below that, the Redskins versus the Packers. Redskins won that game 27-24. So that was an excellent game. I think that's it.
Yeah. Like I said, anytime you get to the end of the season, you got winning teams. You got guys who are stepping up, holding their top spot in the playoffs. You got teams that are good, but they're falling out. So, again, that loss the Bengals had to the Browns pretty much knocked them out the playoff hunt. And as the Packers, again, Packers just had 2 back-to-back losses that just knocked them out the playoff hunt, even though they got 2 wins over the Bears this season. So, we got to make it happen in the clutch, guys. Got to make it happen.
Yeah. All right, week 15. Did I miss this? The Seahawks versus the Panthers. Seahawks won that by 3, 31-28.
Yeah, again, I didn't see that game. I don't know how, what transpired. Looks like it was only 21-14 at half. Looks like the Seahawks are actually up going into the oh wow, it was actually 21-14 Panthers at the half. So yeah, not sure what transpired in that game, honestly. It's a big lead going into halftime. Looks like the Seahawks took it back, control of the game in the third quarter, and then they finished it out with a 3-point lead. But I didn't see that game. Did anybody else catch it?
No. Tiger,
Wow.
did you?
No, I was traveling. I was probably in NOLA when that happened.
Yep. Hey, just real quick, if you want to join, I just seen a comment. Go to the Facebook post, our group page, and just send me a private message. Just send me your email address. That's all I need, and I can put you on the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt would still say it was easy money, man, but it looks like it was nailing. Man, it was a close game.
I want to see if Matt says it'd be easy money. Usually when games are tight, he don't say easy money.
Nah, he still say it was easy. He didn't expect anything less than that W. So.
Well, no, because he did not say easy money against the Vikings, which was also a tight game.
Okay. But looks like McCaffrey had 115 yards receiving. Had a solid game. He stayed committed to the run. 13 carry, 53 yards, 4 yards a carry. So played well. Again, Joe's been playing well all season, man. So shout out to Joe. Just couldn't get over the hump, against the champ.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, definitely, man. Like I said before, if you want to get on the show, send me your email. What's another game that week?
All right, get back to your game, man. You got the Browns and the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals came out on top by 3, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about it. Let's see what happened in there.
What you got for us, Phil?
I ain't got nothing. I forgot.
You don't got nothing, man. Well, we'll start off with
thanks.
Baker Mayfield.
We can diagnose it.
We can make up some stuff real quick for you.
It don't matter, man. Hey, I've been throwing so many interceptions this year. It's crazy. Like the last game, I think I threw 5.
Yeah.
How many of them were bad passes by the quarterback?
It was all my fault.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it. All right.
Yeah. Can we mark this time down?
Terrible reads. He had great pressure.
Like Stevens Day, he said it was his fault.
Yeah, whatever. In this game, I mean, he did his thing. There's nothing I can say bad. I mean, it was a great game. I think he won that game by a field goal.
Yeah.
So like last second field goal. So I know he broadcast that game. But yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, man. Whatever. I'm gonna save my energy for my last game I just lost.
Okay.
But, for y'all that don't know, I'm on a 2-game losing streak, so we'll talk about it in a minute.
Well,
first time ever in this league, I'm on a 2-game losing streak.
You know what that means? That just means that you haven't had enough practice at rebounding from losses. So now this is an opportunity for growth.
I cry in the car. Whatever.
No, it's a good thing. You have the opportunity to grow. You have an opportunity to do some growth.
No.
Let me tell you how it works. When it's chilly out there, you have to have opportunities to warm yourself up.
Man, what's the next game we talking about? I don't want to talk about this game.
Wow.
So this is a lesson from lots of losses. You learn how to have to rebound off of good wins and bad losses. And you haven't had that practice. You've been, going pretty well steamrolling. I mean, it's good. This is the opportunity. It's growth opportunity for you.
Anyway, as we're talking it, Madden EA servers went down. On my end.
Not surprising.
Oh yeah. All right, go. You see any other games?
I got the Packers rebounding from their 2 losses over the Bears. So they got 35-28. So it's like the Bears are coming off 2 losses now as well. but still got the number one spot in that NFC North.
I'm definitely gonna have to rely on y'all because the
I just
EA servers.
I just lost a service as well, trying to move on to the next week. So
There you go, EA.
Yep.
Oh shoot! All right, so I could go real quick. I could talk about my game I just lost. Just lost to the Ravens.
What week is this?
This is week 16 now.
Week 16. Is your server up?
It's loading. So that was the first game. One of the early games for week 16 because we have 2 weeks left. There's 16 and then 17, right?
Yeah,
You got it.
Yeah, I just played him just a minute ago. He beat me by. What was that by?
He beat you like a stepchild, you said?
It was a lot. It wasn't even that close. I think you scored late twice in the game.
Hey Steve, man, everybody they don't need to know that, man.
But it was I think it was like 52 to 35 or something like that. Somewhere in that range. You know?
But some of my issues with this game, and I'm saying it right now.
Before you get into that, let's just use this as an opportunity to tell everybody in the league that, you know, one of the special things about this league is that when you have good winners, you have good losers. And you got to remember both sides of that coin.
Look at that. Whatever, Tiger, man. Anyway, just real quick. Not taking anything away from the Ravens. He played an excellent game. We were pre-warned before the season that he was going to be a problem by Tony. And I beat him the first game. Not easily either, but it was a good game. In this game, my team couldn't get in the rhythm. Just one excuse, it was lagging in the second half. So when I was, clicking on wide receivers, Baker Mayfield wouldn't throw it and he'll get sacked. But then also here's an issue. Now, if you watch my game, I twisted. So it's recorded. You can go back and watch it. I had a beautiful punt down to the 6-yard line. And they placed the ball for him on the 36-yard line. So when you're watching it, you see I paused the game. And, of course, you ain't going to hear me because I don't never have my mic on. But I'm just cussing at the TV screen. Like, how is that possible? I punted the ball on the 6-yard line, but they gave him the ball on the 36. And then the very next play, he scored. So, whatever. But, first time ever in this league. I'm on a 2-game losing streak. That's all I got. Oh, look at this.
I was trying to help. I got nothing for you, Dill. Like,
yeah, right.
Hey, Dill. Even if he played a great game and you didn't play a great game, and you take a loss, you take a loss.
Do I have a choice?
Not to take a loss? Have you ever played a great game and lost?
Yeah.
In this man with this group of people.
Yeah. These games that I played a great game and lost. And I did not complain. But also, you don't see me lose a lot either. Like, this is the most I ever lost in the season.
My point is that almost every
most I ever lost, I think it was 3 games.
Almost every game you've lost, you can point out that these are the things you did wrong.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So I still played a good game. But there's no perfect game.
But you didn't do anything wrong on that punt, right? You just punted and then you got robbed, whatever, right?
Right.
You could do that probably 200 times and never happen again, right?
But it happened.
Right, gotcha. So focus on what you can fix.
Anyway, man, what's the next one? I'm not going there with him, man. Congratulations, Ravens. Excellent game, dude. And definitely can't wait to see you in the playoffs. There's some other people, man. Like, who else? I wish these servers wasn't.
Yeah, the servers are down.
Is it still down?
They were when I last checked.
Yeah, it's still down because it's just loading. I think this is the year. I got some more comments.
Yeah, really, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. Much respect to you too. Yeah, the servers are still down. I think it's the first time. I think in a long time. Like, you always had like 1 or 2 teams that was just dominant, and you might have one team to go undefeated. I think right now the only team that's up there, probably by itself, you could say, is Matt. And Tranks is right behind him. But Tranks lost to a team that has 4 losses. But well, shoot. Also,
Wait,
Matt
didn't
did too.
that team that beat you today have the same team?
Yeah. I'm just saying. Well, that's the same person that beat Tranks, and I beat Matt. So it's the same thing. But
This is something I think that keeps getting overlooked. This is the first season this Madden, and I think the first half of the first season there it's likely. I guess it's personally I put more weight on people who got hot at the end of this Madden versus people who were hot in the beginning of the Madden. Because I think the adjustment this particular season, the first season of the Madden, there's a little more ironing out. But by the end of this season, going to usually we play out 3 or 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons. I think by the next 3 seasons, you're going to the cream of the crop is going to roll up in this Madden. And so I think people who are showing their colors now, i.e. the Ravens, I think it's going to you have to put more credit to that than when Madden first came out. Maybe they got late. Maybe they didn't get any reps in. Maybe it's different from what, hey, they could have played 2 Maddens ago. I don't know. The point is that I think it's going to normalize, and you're going to find out who is the new beast based on how this season ends and how next season goes. I think it's going to be a better – plus you're going to start ironing out holes. I just think that that's the truth is going to happen. And, top dogs change. King of the mountains change.
Yeah, and I'm loving it. Please believe. Of course, I don't want to lose, but
really,
no. I mean, of course, you don't want to lose. Hey, I sent that invite to you, so you should be seeing it. But yeah, I don't want to lose, but sometimes it gets lonely up top. You want some company, so we got some company. These last couple of seasons.
It's hard to stay hungry. Is that what you're saying?
Man, shut up.
Anybody watch that Eagles Redskins game?
No.
Servers are back up, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Look at it. So we should be having somebody join us here in a minute.
I was curious on how it went. Another important, head-to-head game in the division. That was.
All right. And I'm sorry, y'all. Just loading the thing back up. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? Yeah, can one of y'all go over the playoff seedings?
Yeah, I'll run through them real quickly. But like I said, a lot can change. And
it's going to change.
From 1 to 6 and in and out of the playoffs, a lot can change. But we'll kind of run through it as it is right now. So right now, we'll start with the AFC. There's actually 4 teams that's vying for the top 2 seeds right now in the AFC. One of those seeds are going to be decided next. Well, actually, all of them will be decided next week. But the Chargers and the Chiefs play each other in Week 17. So both of those teams right now are 11-4. The winner of that next game is going to be the top dog, and not only the AFC West, but they're guaranteed to be either a 1 or 2 seed, and are in the AFC as well. So they're guaranteed to have that first round bye. The other team will be a wild card seed. So both of those teams have already done enough to clinch spots in the playoffs. Other opening spots right now, the Ravens and the Browns are both tied, also at 11-4.
It looks like because I think they split in the season, and based on other calculations, the Browns have already clinched where the Ravens have not, which indicates.
Well, it's because it hasn't updated the week yet.
No,
the Ravens have already clinched.
Right, but what I got you is that being that they're 1-1 head-to-head, it's going to be other factors, but more than likely they both have clinched playoff spots.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
but to answer his question, as of this moment, he's still ranked above you.
Yep.
Gentlemen.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just came back in town. I'm still in my car, so
what's going on here?
Tranks.
Yeah, man. Tranks, man. He's Tranks at a bar watching football.
Yeah, I'm about to go meet him actually, but I'm.
Oh, are you?
Stop. I didn't want to drive and broadcast at the same time, so yeah. Just happy to be on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what Trank's doing. I said, where you at?
I know. Man.
He went to a Baltimore bar looking like that. Something wrong with him. Had I known he was doing that, I would have stopped on our way home because we drove from BYWI.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, you on the show first time? What you think of the league? I like to get
I
input when we
love
get
the
new
league.
people on the
I
show.
absolutely love it. My first time ever in the league. I've been playing Madden for years. I took a nice hiatus away from it, and I decided to come back to go ahead and show me some strengths that I can play. It took me a while to go ahead and finally challenge them. I got my game back to where it should be, and I'd rather have a passing team than a running team. But apparently, I run the ball pretty damn good this year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. Other than that,
All
I
right.
really enjoy the league, man.
Yes, sir.
My
Yes, sir.
two
Yes,
game
sir.
hiatus I just took. I actually I was dreading it. I was in the house bored. I started playing NBA Jam on my phone. That was all bad. I said, this is not working.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Wait, who do you? All right. So, all right. So, that was a good question that was just brought up. If I beat the Ravens and the Ravens beat me, we have the same record. Who wins the division?
Where's best division record? And if it's not division record, it's
We're tied.
conference
We're
record.
tied.
It's
Yeah.
conference record, and then after that, it's like
Most points.
no, it's like opponents. Records against similar opponents.
Yeah.
So
So you're
So it's going to
you're-
come down to where those 3 losses came from for each of you.
wait a minute. I have one. No, as of right now, I only have one loss in my division. He has two.
That means you have a better division, and then you win division.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I thought
but
that
you're
was his only
It goes
loss.
down to division.
nah,
record.
but your next game's a division game, Dillard. So if you win next week, you're guaranteed to stay above him. If you lose,
Then it
and
goes
he
to another
loses,
criteria.
right, right, right.
But
So
Yeah.
to answer your question, if you did have the same division record and conference record, then it would go to like opponents and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jedi
Yeah.
just something out there.
Yeah. Yeah. He did. There was a question that was put up.
Look, he's more active when he's not around. Look at that.
Right. He's still. What's up, Tony? No. All right. Let's see. There was another question we just had. We were just talking about going over. Oh yeah, the seeding in the playoffs.
yeah. So before I got interrupted by Tiger, I'm going to go ahead and run it down again.
Oh,
So
we was interrupting
so
somebody.
so again, everything's up. So Chiefs, Chargers, they play each other. So one of those teams are guaranteed to get a bye. The Browns right now are the number one seed. If they win next week versus the Bengals, they got the number one seed. If they lose and the Ravens get in, the Ravens will have a bye. They'll be the number two seed. So right now, everything's up in the air as far as those top two seeds, and then the losing teams will be a wild card team guaranteed. So again, the Browns, the Ravens, Chiefs, and Chargers are all in the playoffs, either which way. The Patriots have clinched their spot. It's usually only need about 6 wins to clinch the AFC East. So at 8-6, they got that spot. And then right now, another open spot is the Texans and the Titans. Both of them are at 8-6. I think the Texans beat the Titans last week, so they got the tiebreaker. But when I checked the schedule, looks like he might be on a AP right now. So I don't know what's going on with that. That was done on air. Bullet. So that's going to hurt him if he takes a loss this week. But he does play the Titans again in the last week, week 17. So, I'm not sure what's going on with Bullock. If he's going to be out for, a day, a week, or what. But that spot's open as well. So, again, that last spot, the fourth seed, to either go to the Texans or the Titans.
Damn.
The Jags have a way to catch them with 2 weeks left.
No, Jags are out.
Okay.
So it's just those 4 teams. Like I said, the top 5 teams I mentioned to you are guaranteed to be in. The only real open spot is that fourth spot, which will go to the Titans or the Texans. Going down to the NFC. NFC is still open. So you got the Seahawks and the 49ers play each other on week 17. I don't know what their like opponents and what the tiebreaker looks like, but I think that spot is still open. The Seahawks lost earlier this season, went to the Browns. So that was obviously an AFC loss, so that doesn't hurt them. They did beat the 49ers, but then the 49ers lost to the Ravens. So they only got one loss in the NFC and one loss in the AFC. So, like I said, it's definitely still up in the air right now. But the Seahawks have scored 100 more points. So when it gets down to the tiebreakers, they're probably going to win the tiebreakers based on most points scored, um, even with a loss. But like I said, right now, the top spot is still open. The Bears are currently 11-4. They'll have that number 2 spot, assuming they win the following week. We got the Eagles and the Redskins are fighting. They're neck and neck. They're going for that number 4 spot. They play each other also week 17, I believe. So the winner of that will be the 4th seed, and the loser will be the 5th seed.
Man.
And then the other team that's pretty much guaranteed to have their spot is the NFC South champions, which is currently the Panthers. They have a 2-game lead over the Falcons with 2 to play, and I think they beat the Falcons both games, so they got the tiebreaker in that. So there you have it as far as the playoff spots.
Dude, this is crazy. Hey, Harris, what you think about your division?
It's well, one competitive team that I'm actually worried about. You know,
Who?
I'm just really trying to go ahead and just dominate that team right now because I'm kind of pissed about what happened the last game. So,
What team you talking about?
you know what team I'm talking about, though. You know what team it is. You claim them to win the division this season too. So I'm trying to go ahead and prove you wrong.
Did I?
Yeah, you said you got them winning the division this season. So yeah, I've been saying it the past 3 weeks. I'm just waiting on week 17. So
Harris, for those who don't know who you're talking about, what team are you referring to?
I'm referring to the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
That would be Dillard Hall's little brother. Dan Hall.
Thanks.
Just to narrow it down for everybody.
I know.
Man.
Believe me, I know. I've been doing nothing but laughing now. So he put me back in the put me right back in the lab to go ahead and go study and everything. So I'm ready.
All right, man. Hey, who had the Chargers last year? That was Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt had them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He just played an excellent game today against the Bears.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance.
Oh. Yeah, he just played a great game against the. Yeah. So, hey, dude, I think this is the first time in a long time this playoffs is going to be crazy from the number 1 seed to the 6th seed. It's a possibility the 6th seed can win it all.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time this has happened. I mean, those playoff teams in a wild card are usually pretty good teams, overall. I can think of the Ravens. They won it all from the 6th seed, I believe, a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, they did.
Seahawks got to the finals.
Yeah, then they go through
that year.
They went
from
through.
The 6th
they went
seed,
through. They went through the Browns, right?
Yeah.
It was season 2 of last year, Madden 19. He won, even though my team went undefeated 3 seasons in a row. We ain't gonna talk about that though, right, Tiger? You don't want to talk about that.
No, I was saying that Bills is making a really good point of highlighting that you don't have to be at the top going into the playoffs to come out of the playoffs, especially when you go through.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So, like I say, you get to the playoffs, everybody started in undefeated going to the playoffs. So, a champion can come out of any spot. Obviously, you see a team like Tranks, who's 12-2, and they're currently a 5th seed in the playoffs. So, I mean, you got good teams that are coming in that wild card spot year in, year out. So.
I guarantee when playoff comes, Tranks is gonna lab like 10 to 12 hours a day.
Not if you watch the Ravens at a bar.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this has been an exciting year. Win or lose, this has been a fun year watching newcomers come into the league, handling their business. People that's been in the league for a while, and probably it was terrible, but now they're great. They're doing an excellent job. And then of course you got people that like Matt. He's holding his own at the number 1 spot. Can he get a 2-peat? I don't know. We'll see. He ran from my conference, but anyway. Also, you FaceTiming him?
We'll make sure that he understands that you were saying that when the playoffs come, you're going to lab, or you're going to be at the bar watching the Ravens. Which it gonna be?
Yeah, I can't hear
Playoff
you.
time's coming. Are you gonna be in the lab or are you gonna be watching Ravens at the bar when you're a San Francisco fan? What was that?
With my boys and watch the Patriots versus Ravens.
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable. Whatever. Tell Tony I said what's up.
Yeah.
So definitely not trying to drag the show on, guys. Excellent games being played. A couple of notes I want to bring up on the positive side. People are scheduling their games. I don't hear much issues. Oh no, we did have somebody get suspended.
We
Or
had two owners get suspended. I believe the Chargers got suspended and the Jags got suspended for the same reason, and that was for multiple games played versus a computer. So that's
yes,
been a touching point that we've talked about every season.
Those are two recruiters, aren't they?
We've had a lot of discussions in regards to that, but I think we can spend a whole nother show on that topic. But all in all, the rule is you only get one chance to play a CPU team. So if you take more than one chance to play, it's a automatic suspension. So just I think we put out the opportunity to take a forced win in scenarios to avoid that talks up. That wasn't something everybody was interested in. So we just gotta watch it, more than anything.
all right, yeah, just watch it. Yeah, one time.
Yep.
No, definitely. But people scheduling the games, doing an excellent job there. Um, Even the trash talking is clean, it's fun. I do want to give a shout out to the Ravens owner. He sent me a message saying that there was no disrespect for scoring on that last touchdown. He had the game won. I think he had the ball like on the 1 or 2 yard line. He ran it in for a touchdown. But dude, no disrespect taken at all. You played an excellent game. You dominated the whole game. But the only thing I got asked, finish strong.
That was
like I said,
that was like vinegar saying that, wasn't it? It was like vinegar.
drinking that apple cider vinegar.
We're always throwing shots.
It burned. It
Is
burned.
that what he said? He said he didn't mean to beat you that bad. Is that what he said? That was nice.
Yeah, whatever. No,
That
I
was a
appreciate
friendly
it though,
comment,
man.
man.
Hey, I appreciate it. He didn't have to do that, but he did. So I appreciate you, brother. But definitely, be ready for the playoffs. Like I said before, I still have not lost my division since 2015, and it's the first time since then I got challenged in my division. With Billups in there, and it was Dorian. He was the Ravens before he left, and of course we got the Ravens owner. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's some good times, man. I'm looking forward to it.
So
Matt just need to fix some crap, and we'll be all right.
Didn't
Shut up, Tiger. Shut up,
Super
Tiger.
Bowl champ
So for the
Don't say
first-
nothing, Tiger. Just shut up.
Dillard Hall? Is that not being challenged in your division when the Super Bowl champ? I mean, that's someone else in your family that took it from you, wasn't it? I'm just saying. Yeah, short memory. Short memory. I got where I got it.
I said I wanted division. So I wanted division since I've been winning it since 2015. I never lost it. I lost to Reggie in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's different.
So for the first time,
they have rings for division titles.
Hey, Harris, man, thank you for doing the show, man. I appreciate
first
it.
time.
Thanks, man. It's always good to hear new voices,
So I took over
I
the
appreciate it,
0-8 Bengals team this year, and they're definitely terrible. But this is the worst I've done in Madden. It's the first time I'm not going to make the playoffs. So my Super Bowl is definitely next week. I get a chance to play the Browns, and if I can beat the Browns, I can knock them out of that top spot in the AFC North.
Yes, you will.
For the first time.
I need you to do that, Bill.
So I'm definitely
Dang, hey, Harris, I could take you off the show real quick.
I'm gonna try to
I need my
lab.
number one seed back.
I'm gonna try to lab, and I'm gonna try to take that game
I want
serious.
both of y'all broadcasting that. I want to have a double screen of that broadcast so that we can just watch it and be like, look.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm gonna see what I can do. I feel like I got cheated out of the last game I played against Dillard. So hopefully we'll make it fun. I won't get blown out in that game.
Now, the only reason why I play this game is because of this right here. If we didn't have this platform, we didn't have this league, I would not be playing Madden.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. But this is fun. We get to talk trash. Definitely, like I said, the new people in here, they doing their thing. Harris, I'm sorry, man. It ain't gonna happen. Uh,
Hey, I mean,
actually, Harris, I'm gonna
it
give you the
is
final
what
final
it
word,
is.
man. What else you want to talk about the league or anything we can improve, do better, implement? What you think?
So far with my experience, I think it's fine so far. I think after a couple more seasons, I may be able to go ahead and answer that question fully.
Okay.
Get more experience with it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Other than that, I have no issues really. None at
Yep.
all.
I know one thing I would love if we had was remember that website Daddy Leagues? So you could like move like your stats and everything to that website, and you could be at work or whatever. And you could check, who's playing right now, seedings and all that stuff, MVPs.
Hmm.
That was a
That would
nice
be nice.
website,
That
That
but
would
was.
be something.
I don't hear people talking about it anymore. But hey, that's all I got, guys.
So
You got anything, Steve?
I can go ahead and sit
Nah,
back and shoot
man.
yourself in the foot.
Right.
Hey, Tigers having an awesome season. I think he got like 5 or 6 wins, man. It's like triple his normal total. So kudos to you,
I
Tiger,
have
man.
literally,
That's right.
I
Because
have
I
literally
was thinking
named
I
the
was having a
Tigers
bad
now
season.
seven times.
Nah, you've been playing well, man.
Playing
You
well.
had some tough losses, man, but you played some really good games. Now this is real. This is me being real though. You play some
Also,
real
before
good
you were
games,
fake,
some real good games as well, man. So like I
I
think you
appreciate
gotta for you. I think sometimes you beat yourself more than other teams beat you. Really, man. Honestly, from the
I
games I
believe
see.
that. I believe that.
So
All
So
I
the time, I believe that. That's why I be laughing with Harris because I want to make him understand that I'm coming for you, boy. I'm
yeah.
coming for you.
No, you're not. No, you're
I
not.
told you,
No, you're not.
hey,
yeah.
never me.
Tiger, I gave you a new
Uh,
nickname too. Actually, I gave you two. I gave you Kitten Roar and I gave you Cheddar Bob. You remember Cheddar Bob in 8 Mile? He shot himself. Yeah, that's what you was. Second, third, fourth
Wow.
quarter.
Wow.
All right, man.
it's
Wow.
gonna
Gentlemen,
happen.
y'all.
We
Fumble
don't know
and
yet, but we
pick.
predict that we're gonna be on each other's schedule next season.
I can't wait to
I
see
can't
how the
wait
schedule's gonna be
because
next week. If
I
you're
just
on
saw the
there,
I just saw the recipe from the Chiefs on how to beat you pretty easily. So I'm just gonna follow that.
Ooh.
that was an
Ooh.
off game. I'm not
Ooh.
gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make up no excuses.
Oh
He
man.
gonna turn
Okay.
around and go back to the lab now. He ain't going in that bar.
Right, right.
If you notice, technically, he still didn't stop my running game. I mean,
Yeah.
from Melvin
Yeah.
Gordon still had 100 yards. He just couldn't break loose.
Yep.
Here we go. Hey, well, yeah, MVPs. Is Gordon still up there?
Yeah, he got the spot.
He's still up there. He's
He
Yeah,
ain't
still up
going.
there.
whatever.
He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's he
I
got
broke the
that
record.
clinch.
That's assuming he don't get hurt, right?
You broke a record.
Yeah,
Assuming he
most
don't get
yards.
hurt, right?
There you go with that, man.
He's like,
Come
there you go. Why you had to
on,
say
man.
that?
Be nice. Be
Yo,
This
nice.
fool has 2,336 yards rushing, 22 touchdowns off of 250 carries, only fumbled twice.
Yeah, and neither one of those fumbles were lost. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is
Nah, man, nah, you got a
two
cheat code
games
in.
back
You
in
put
the
in,
day.
you upgraded like
It
his
could have been more.
PEDs or something.
He got them Leonard Fournette numbers, man. That's what I used to do.
Man,
Pretty old Maddens, man.
yeah, he'll lead the team in rushing yards and receiving yards.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you see Trank? You see Tranquil? Because that boy, he's a cheat code on his own. That rookie linebacker he got. Did you see
Don't forget about the
Tranquil
free
in
safety.
real life today? Like he was a cheat code in real life.
Yeah.
He has amazing speed. He has really amazing speed. He hits pretty hard too. He
Yep.
has amazing speed. That's why I started him, and I'm going to develop him. Definitely.
You have
Him and my free safety
2,336
Melvin
yards.
Farmer.
That's crazy. Stop the run, y'all. Stop the run. Anyway, that's the show,
Hey,
fellas. Gentlemen,
gotta
stay
worry
right
about the
there.
pass.
Everybody else, I appreciate you watching. Peace.
What's that?
2,330.